Yes, thank you. So, so many cases of women married off young and naive, 19, 20, 21, 22, that they have no experience, no training. They are naive. They don't know what the world is, and then you marry them off to this older man. You know, I'm even having a problem with 10 years because that is another generation. Every decade you bring another generation. So the generational gap, it's a lot. But a lot of people get married because they're looking for money. You know, the underlying factor is that he is wealthy, he is comfortable, so they are married off at that young age. But the suffering that comes from that is, you know, several times this year we've had to go to recover children from these men who would send the woman out after 10, 15 years, then take the children and dispose her like, you know, I brought her in just to manufacture children. So please stop marrying off your daughters. You should even ask a question. You are 20, he's 40. You are 20, he's 35. There's such a significant, when you are 15, 16, you can give birth to the person. You are old enough to be the person's father at 16. So I would admonish, because a lot of women are going through this now. You ask of you meet the last one I did, the man was 57, the lady was 34, and I was like, how? And you know, locked up, yeah. In fact, you know, Tina mentioned something that she was locked up in a room for 2 years. He didn't allow her to go out. This lady had not been out since the pandemic, 2020. This is 2022. Because the man would sit down there, don't go out, you can't walk. They just begin to dictate to you what to do. It's a resume for this. I haven't seen, except you are marrying for money. But at the end of the day, you will still pay the price of that money. So parents, please stop marrying off your children. Have an issue with the age gap. If it is too wide, then it is too wide to succeed. Let me put it.
Also, we have a lot of WhatsApp messages that have been coming in. We broke open our secret and told you it was a prank, you know. But let me just summarize it and say we're happy that you're tuning in. Thank you for listening, and we're happy we made you laugh and smile. At this point, I'll be opening up my phone lines again for you to join the conversation, and of course every other platform for conversation and contribution. The numbers again: 0700 993 993 993 0700 993 993 993. The female number is 01465 7190. That's 01465 7190. On WhatsApp, we are at 0809 597 5805. 0809 597 5805. You can call on Skype as well. The number to call on Skype, or rather the ID to look out for, is Nigeria Info FM. Nigeria Info FM. Please note, Skype is strictly for those calling out of Nigeria, those calling from outside Nigeria, and of course Twitter is available. Nigeria Info FM. We have our first caller for this particular segment of the show. Who's calling? Good morning, 99.3.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning, Chris.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for
Trying a lot.
Thank
Like
you.
I always say, glad to get it. Don't say who am I to be today. You know, children are at the age. The answer is that you cannot every one of them. I'm telling you.
Absolutely.
So,
Chris.
yesterday was also iPhone birthday.
Yes, it was.
So I want to wish her to have long life or the of life.
Amen.
Good to every one of us. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Yes, lots of love to Yvonne Ohio as she celebrated her birthday yesterday. 99.3, good morning. Please turn off your radio for me. No problem.
Yeah.
Alright. Moses.
Yeah, the truth there is
Welcome.
Good morning, sir.
the fact is that age is just a number. A child can carry a grown-up person's mindset. the fact is that that same thing that grown-up person will do to that girl is age-based. It all depends on the orientation and the kind of mind you carry. Do you have the fear of God? Do you have people's sympathy? Do you learn to listen to others and to be able to reason with others? That is the thing. It's not the age. The age has nothing to do with maltreating or no maltreating, or treating right or no treating right.
All right, thank you very much for your contribution, Gnosis. 99.3, good morning.
Hi, good morning.
Thank you for calling.
And to the married.
Good morning, sir. Wow.
Hello, are you still there? Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm not sure how that got disconnected, but please call me back if you can. 99.3, good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you for calling. Who am I speaking with, please? I'm sorry, come again, Sammy? All right, go ahead, please. You have 1 minute.
Yes, sir. The issue, sir, is that you are causing. The issue is that you are causing more damage, staying, making your children watch the violence and animosity between you and your wife. That is more damage. What you should do is to save the children a repeat of your own lifestyle in their own future by taking them away from that. What is the problem in the marriage? What exactly?
Hello?
What exactly is the problem in the marriage? You saw it while you were dating. Please.
Not so clear.
The line is not very clear.
Okay. I need you to be louder, please. We're struggling to hear you. Thank you. That's better.
You go back to meet the family. You see, that's the problem. The family members are not the ones that will suffer, but they are begging you to enter your suffering. The issue is when you live according to public opinion, you take decisions because people cajoled you, begged you, pleaded with you to. You should remember who will suffer. Now you are suffering. Not only are you suffering, the children are suffering. You need to call me at the end of the program, please. Call me at the end of the program.
It sounds like a one-on-one type of conversation. I'm going to head over to WhatsApp at Taiwo Ellis from Ibejuleki says, Barrister, good morning. You're a blessing to this and incoming generation. Thanks, sir. He says that he escaped a 15-year deadly/malicious marriage by the whiskers and almost got into a worse relationship. But for lessons and lectures these Saturday mornings, he had been learning, he would have died in a few months. Says that he's planning his company sponsorship of your show come 2023. God bless you and Onye. Amen. God bless you too, Taiwo Ellis. Thank you for your message. Ginika from Oba. Good morning, Olumide and Onye. Thanks for this program. I've learned a lot over time. Ginika says, Olumide, I must confess, you don't look how you sound. I followed Gnosis on Twitter and saw your pic. You sound like one Baba who has seen life, but you look way younger. Thanks a lot and keep up the good work. I mean,
I must not
to say what you're saying about age and wisdom, right? But really, though, like the other caller said, we always hear that line, age is age doesn't matter. And the thing is, where does that saying, where does that phrase come to play? Where does it hold water?
The character of a man is all you need. The character of a woman is all you need. Character is what will determine the longevity. If you are compatible, if the person's character and yours match, you go for character. The Bible says, as a man thinks in his heart, so he is. So you cannot age. It's not as a man is old, so he is. It is as a man thinks in his heart. The workings of the heart. Is he kind? Is he gentle? Is he malicious? Is he envious? Is he hot-tempered? It is his characters that will determine your choice.
Okay. Samuel from Ikorodu. Good morning, Barrister Olumide. Interesting question here. He says, you said we shouldn't pray against generational curses, but you just mentioned that your parents broke up. You also broke up with your wife.
I did not break up with my wife.
You were not married
I
to
was
her.
not married. I've only been married once.
And if your son follows suit, don't you think that it's a generational curse coming into play? Samuel's asking.
So, were you around when someone cursed my generation or something? You know,
He's asking.
yeah, I'm also giving him a hypothetical. Someone comes to you and tells you you have been cursed. Was the person there to, maybe 100 or 150 years ago when you were cursed, to come to an assumption? Then marriage was not imposed on you. It was your choice. You saw the person, dated the person, and said, marry me. So that is not a curse. It was a choice. The only thing is you chose wrong. A lot of people already saw, like this gentleman who called, already saw that there was going to be a problem. But advice, pleadings from other people, don't worry, she would change, he would change. Those were the things that led us to where we are. Just pray about it, it will change. No, it is character. If this is how it is, you people can marry, you can marry her.
Betty is sharing her experience with us. She says, barrister. She says her husband was 13 years older, and it was not only him that wanted to control her, in fact, his family too. And his mother was the chief controller. She says it's true that older men go for younger girls simply because of control, and the men are the kind of men that are not man enough. They have a lot of deficiencies and they're covering up their flaws. She goes ahead to say that they believe younger girls will accept them and their deficiencies, and that they think or they believe they can deceive them into accepting them that the way they are. Older men don't love, they use the younger girls. That's Betty's comment.
Well, I can't say for 100%, but I can say for at least over 90%, because all I have seen, all I have handled have been very controlling and abusive. They know that, they tell you, I just want to marry you. They come straight with marriage, and people think that because a man says he wants to marry you, it means he's serious. They say, this one is serious. See, I don't even want to just marry. They come straight with it, which is the danger. Just swallow this. When you don't look at what is written on it, just swallow. That is how it is. But you need to date, and that will not work on people their age mates. That will not work on people even, just a little thing. It will not work with their contemporaries. So they look for people they can work on. And it is not only older men that do that, even younger and abusive men do that. They just come to you with a wedding proposal, buy you a car on, like a lady in Unilag on Valentine's Day, bought a car and knelt down.
What's that concept you shared?
Love bombing. It's love bombing.
Love bombing. A couple of people are asking for your number. Please just stay tuned. Before the show rounds up, you would get Good Barrister's number. On Twitter at Chine_Ogionu says hashtag R360. I respect Barrister Olumide but disagree on some of his hypotheses. Talking about spirituality today, can he tell us or prove in the law court how Tina's husband caused her blindness? Take spirituality today and don't take it tomorrow. So basically, Chine is saying, you've disregarded spirituality in relationships, you've outrightly canceled it. But here you are saying Tina's husband, by spiritual order, Olukumi has caused her blindness. And saying today it sounds like you're on spiritual side, tomorrow it sounds like you're not. So
I think this person is a bit confused. Did I or have I said that there is nothing called spirituality? I am talking about people who use spirituality to manipulate people. come to you and say God told them you are their husbands, God told them you are their wives. And I said that there is no such thing in the Bible where God said this is your husband or this is, it is not there. Now you are asking me if that I don't believe in. Who says I don't know what the spiritual is? Please let's move on.
I'm gonna head back to my phone.
Yes.
99.3. Hello. Good morning. How are you doing today?
Good morning.
Pastor Ladipo.
Pastor
Welcome,
Ladipo.
Pastor Ladipo. All right, Pastor Ladipo, you have 1 minute, please.
My take concerning whether it's a cause or it's not a cause. One should be very careful of a certain trend within his family. Even before you go into some family, you have to check very well and check some of the common trends that are within the family, because some of these things are bound to repeat themselves. So before you make a choice, you have to check very well. It is important. Thank you and God bless you.
Thank you, and God bless you too, Pastor Ladipo.
You remember the Bible tells you you're dealing with spiritual wickedness in heavenly places. So if someone is there saying that I don't know where that person got his life from, please listen clearer.
99.3, good morning. Okay, I'm gonna make another call. Good morning, 99.3. Ezekiel, I caught Ezekiel. Welcome. Where are you calling from, please? Alright, go ahead, please. 1 minute.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Really love your program. I'm from, I had a little challenge with my wife when we were dating. She's a nagging type, and I'm a soldier. So she kind of used my discipline against me because, this thing, you dare not touch your wife, even because of anything. So when I got to know that she was using it against me, I had to, shout back at her. Like, why are you shouting on? What's the meaning of this? So when I noticed if I shout back, she keep quiet. She start begging. I look and say, okay, because of my quietness, you are using it against me. So I'm older than my wife, like 5 years. And since then, she don't nag at me again, and she's cool now. So character matters.
It's scam.
Now packaging.
Thank you very
Thank you
much.
very much, Ezekiel, for your call. Good morning, 99.3. Thank you for calling. Who am I speaking? You can go ahead in 1 minute, please.
My wife is 3 years older than me. But at times we have issues, and she brings on this age factor that she thinks I'm a kid, blah blah blah. My age is deceiving me. That like she has seen this from the onset, that she knows it can't work. We're actually friends. We're friends for like 5 years before we finally married. But at our previous marriage, she was married before now. Her previous marriage, it was abusive. The guy took and brings in women to the house and all that. Then I think I was like, after I came into her life, I healed that spot and all that. So it finally come. But ever since then, I noticed she doesn't like correction. If I try to talk to her, she doesn't listen. But she likes talking to me for me to listen. So with her notes, I'm not gonna talk because I listen to the way.
Okay. Alright, so do you have a question? Because your 1 minute is up.
I don't know how to go about it. Is it that anytime I try talking to her, she doesn't want to listen, but she prefers talking to me for me to listen?
So in the beginning, how were you communicating if she doesn't listen to you, but you listen to her? I don't. Everything changed, and you feel the age factor was there. She tells you that you are younger or something like that. A friend of mine is 5 years younger than his wife, and you would not know, except you know the wife is my age, and he is, he's a younger friend. The issue here is that I try something else. You can't try something else. Try not listening to her. You can't do the same thing and expect a different result. Try not listening to her. Then when she complains, you now tell her that, well, since you don't listen to me, you can't expect me to listen to you. If that does not work and you see that this is a relationship, a marriage that you can't even communicate, then maybe you need, both of you are not good for each other. But try this. You stop listening whenever she wants to talk. Whatever way she behaves when you talk to her is the same way. Mirror her back. So then wait for her to complain about it. Then you tell her that, well, this is the same way you behave when I talk to you. So you can't do this to me and expect me to, and see if it will change anything. But one thing is that I believe, there's a place in scripture that do not let anyone despise your youth. You need to let that issue of telling you you're a small boy when she's the mother of your children, let it end. You need to put a strong footing down there, because that is ultimate disrespect. Another man would have reacted in a way that, that is ultimate disrespect. But if it doesn't work, then maybe both of you are not good for each other. Yes, thank you.
So I have to break. So I have some time. 99.3, good morning. Good morning. Thank you for calling.
Good morning, sir.
Thank you, Brian. So you have 1 minute, please.
Regards to age, I think if there's something that I know that is very fundamental, is the character of an individual, be you young or old, I mean, I'm happy this guy is calling and he's talking about his wife who is 3 years older than him. Even if he were to marry a lady who is even 3 years younger, she might as well display the same attitude too that the wife is displaying. And I'm trying to juxtapose this discussion with the earlier position you took, talking about guys who marry ladies that are way older, and the guys that are way older than their partners, their wives or something. I think what is fundamentally wrong here is just the character deficiency in people, not necessarily the age. Okay? I'm sure in your experience as a lawyer, you've met people who are even about the same age. 30 years, the guy is 30 years, the woman is 30 years, and you still see their relationship failing. You still see the man treating the woman badly, or the woman treating the man badly. It's just that character deficiency. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Brand. And as much as I agree with you, very, in fact, 100%. However, I'm talking specifically about those that marry people who have a very wide age margin. People 15, 16 years or younger, people 12, 13, 14. What we have seen, in the past 3 years, this year was so terrible. And we keep asking, one man had to forge, if you get someone less than 18 pregnant, it is defilement, you're sleeping with an underage. So he went to forge something saying she was 21, which now made her older than her older sister, because he started at 17. But he was, you need to, I would encourage, it is a character thing, which I have always said, that the character of a man is more and most important the character of a woman. And also, when people rush at you with marriage, I just want to marry you, and the girl will say, if you are serious, go and see my parents. I don't know why they do that. I have people who have seen different parents. Maybe it's just to see your parents. Okay, good morning, ma. Good morning, sir. And after, if it is sex they want, fact that I've gotten you. If it is they want to use you, they do that. But you think going to see your parents means that a man would marry you? No, he just went to greet your parents.